everybody, Dr. Brian Desvonic here. In this video I am going to talk about non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and what you can do to protect your liver. Enjoy. There are a lot of things which can damage your liver, and it generally takes place over a long period of time. Alcohol is one of them, environmental toxins are another, autoimmune liver disease, viruses, specifically hepatitis C, hepatitis B, could damage your liver. But what we're going to be talking about is something that you can prevent: non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD. And this is generally caused by consuming too many sugars and refined carbohydrates. So what ends up happening is your liver stores fat. If you consume too many carbohydrates and sugars, too many calories than your body needs, your body will store it in the liver and other tissues, but in the liver as fat. And what ends up happening is when your body needs to use that stored fat for energy, maybe a month, years down the road, your body will break that fat down. And in the process of breaking the fat down, free radicals are formed, and this is called lipid peroxidation. And as you probably already know, free radicals damage tissues. So if you're having this process of having fat accumulate in your liver, the fat builds up, and then your body uses it for energy, breaks it down. If you have this process going on all the time on a daily basis for days and days and days, weeks, months, years, and decades, the little microscopic damage caused by these free radicals is going to accumulate. And what ends up happening is you end up getting scarred tissue in areas of the liver. And if you know anything about the liver, you know that the liver it's kind of like a filter, but it's more of like a chemical filter, and it helps to detoxify your blood. And so most of the mass of the liver is doing just that. It's trying to detoxify these chemicals. So if you're getting lots and lots of scar tissue replacing that functional liver tissue, then over time the percentage of your liver that is able to detoxify your blood gets lower and lower and lower, and you end up not being able to clear chemicals out of your body and end up having other health problems. Well, whenever you have enough of this scar tissue in the liver, we call this fibrosis. You've probably heard this, liver fibrosis. This is the second stage of getting into liver disease. So if you do not address this soon enough, your liver will accumulate more and more scar tissue, and as that scar tissue becomes more and more, eventually areas of the liver will become so scarred that a blood supply will not be able to get to those regions. And when those regions aren't able to get a blood supply, you end up having what we call necrosis. So areas of the liver will basically die off. They'll become non-functional. And this is getting into end-stage liver disease. So we want to prevent this. And so by reducing your refined carbohydrates and refined sugars, you will be able to stop this process. So how do you know if you have a fatty liver? Well, your doctor could run some tests. One of the tests, the first test to run is the comprehensive metabolic panel. And I made a video on this topic if you want to know more details, but just to give you a summary, the specific test on that panel that they will be looking for is the AST and ALT. If those are elevated, then it's an indication that there is some active liver damage going on. And if you have that in addition to high blood sugar or an elevated hemoglobin A1C, then it's a good indication that you have fatty liver disease, and your doctor can order an ultrasound to verify this. And if you find yourself in that position, you really need to take a look at yourself, take a look at how you're eating, and realize that, okay, it's time to get these carbohydrates out, it's time to get these refined sugars out. Especially you want to stay away from the the sugars that are in liquid. So, I mean, if you're drinking a soda every day, just stopping that could help you to have improvement. For anybody who is struggling with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and you found that you did the comprehensive metabolic panel and you do have elevated liver enzymes, one of the best herbs that you can take is milk thistle, and the active constituent from milk thistle is a chemical called silymarin. And I left a link down in the description below, so where you could find one of the products that I tend to recommend the most. And that's all I have for you today. If you liked the video, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell so that you don't miss out on future videos like this one. I thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.